Again, this is my VX Commodore, and yeah, I've just put in some lower control arm rubbers, bushes, and wrong side. There's one for the radius arm. And you can see it's another U one up the back. Now, these are quite hard to get out. I have a shop press. I was able to press out the one that goes to the radius rod with the press. The other one has a steel sleeve in it, and I had it on the press for quite a considerable amount of time. This part of the sleeve sticks out, and I folded that in to make sure it didn't bend out onto the press, and it still didn't come out. Then I took it off and I got the chisel and I knocked the lip right up on the other side and bent all that in, and I still couldn't move it with a 3-ton press. And eventually I stuck a bit of pipe under one side and I belted the crap out of it with a hammer, and it came out. The new one is quite tricky to get in. It's a one piece, and you grease it up, and I had to have about 6-8 goes to get the thing in, because it just kept slipping out, slipping one way or the other way or whatever. Possibly could have done it in a vice, mate. It might have been a bit easier, because it doesn't actually require a lot of pressure. It just has to go in straight. You know, as soon as it moves to the side a little bit, it pops out. Now, given that you have to take this control arm off, I've already just set this up, because this is the second video. The first one, the sound didn't come out for some reason, so I'll make it again. Anyway, this is a jimmy bar, and yeah, there isn't room to get a conventional ball joint puller under there, because the strut's in the way, and even if you took the strut off, the strut mount on the hub is in the way. Now, you can use a hammer-in wedge, which is okay if you're replacing the ball joint, but the ball joint is fine on this, and I don't want to damage the rubber. So what you do, as I said, you put a jimmy bar under it, it's wedged up under the strut. You leave the nut on, 3 threads, and then you pull down on the jimmy bar and you whack this bit with a hammer. You need 2 or 3 decent hits and it'll just drop straight out. Now on this, this is a sensor for your ABS that I disconnected the wire and I put it right up here out of the way. Now, when you're whacking this, you whack right over here. Be very careful. One hit and you smash that, so yeah. Make sure you don't go anywhere near that. Where's with the radius rod? This is a radius rod. Yeah. This bush here is, well, this one's actually not as bad as the left hand one. This is the right hand side. One on the left hand side's absolute cactus now. I should have bought new ones of these, but these were more than I could afford today, so I'll have to wait until next week. Now, because they're so worn, you can actually see how perished the rubber is there. On the other side, there's actually a gap of about 2 or 3 mil, and yeah, I've packed out the other side one. I don't think I'll bother with this, but yeah, getting that lower control arm off, it's much easier if you take this off. It comes off fairly easy. It has these 4 bolts into the front, and a 1/2 inch spanner and the whole thing just pulls out under the nut on the other end. Now, what I've done is, as I said, the other side was really badly worn, and you know, the amount of movement backwards and forwards on that wheel would not only like make it handle badly anyway, but you're going to wear out the new bush at the end of the control arm. So I've cut a little bit of chopping board's about 6mm thick. Nylon chopping board, and I've cut a ring out of that with a hole saw and packed that in there just to take up the gap. And so the right hand one's nowhere near as bad, so I won't bother packing that. Yeah, and next week I shall replace both of these radius rod mounts. So, yeah. Anyway, there you go. Thanks for watching. Hope that's helpful to somebody. Bye.